people like you and me. Welcome home, LA. We're all in this together. It's KBLA Talk 1580, broadcasting from the heart of LA's Leimert Park. We've got a lot to talk about.
You can't do it unless you believe that you can do it.
Come on. Woo. Yeah. Feel good, don't it? This is for warm days that drift away while the sun sets and the ghettos play. Long nights on a hot summer's block where you sip your brew and never touch your glass. This is for eyes that cry like yours and learn to smile again. Rise above the pain. This is for you and your crew, the ones that's true will always love you, no matter what you do. It's the light, the light, the light, the light, the light. It's the light, the light, the light.
You were checking out the Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. Discuss suicide tonight, obviously. Twitch lost his life. Was that this morning or was that last night?
I think it was last night.
Yeah.
I think so.
Wowee. We will continue the discussion on the other side after the Raw Report at the top of the hour. But in the meantime and in between time, let's jump into the Raw Report. Let's go.
You ready?
Come on! It's the Queen of Royal Badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers.
Highlighting people and things you should know about.
From entrepreneurs and entertainers to money and meditation.
Robin's got you covered.
Get out of here!
Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580. Robin's got a lot to talk about.
All right, so here's the deal. Got to pick up this energy a little bit.
Please.
Got to pick up this energy. And you know what? I said that I was not going to completely report on this entire thing, but I think it's important to touch base on some, on some big things that happened in the Tory Lanez trial. Today is day 3 of the trial, and it was apparently really, really, really good. It was what you're rolling your eyes.
Can I just say something real quick?
You can say something. Go ahead.
Tory might beat this case.
Tory might beat this case.
Tory might.
Here's the thing. I don't understand how it can be so messy and how there can be so many different angles, and one person is saying something. He is adamant that he is innocent. We just don't know right now, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave it up to this attorney to explain some things that I simply could not say. He's a very popular attorney. He goes by Mo. His name is Muhammad, but he goes by Mo. And he's breaking it down pretty much very well for us to understand what happened when the friend who was Megan Thee Stallion's best friend, her name is Kelsey Nicole, she actually took the stand today, but
did she really?
Did she really is, I guess, a very good question. So let's see how he breaks it down and explains to us what happened with Kelsey in court today. Not that. Hold on.
Now, every single person was shocked. Every single person was frozen. A lot of people were looking at me like, bro, tell me what is going on. Kelsey took the stand. Before she even started talking, there were fireworks. This started with Kelsey coming in and saying she is invoking her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and not testify. When someone invokes the Fifth Amendment, they have to be invoking it because if they were to testify, they would be giving testimony that incriminates themselves. She said, I will not testify because I would be giving testimony that I'm incriminating myself. That's what it means when she invoked the Fifth Amendment. Now, the government offered her immunity. They said that we will not prosecute you and use this testimony against you, so please testify. Her lawyer came back and said, well, that's not good enough. I don't want you to just not use her testimony against her. I want you to confirm to me that you will not prosecute her for any crimes arising out of this instance, out of this situation. The prosecutors said, yes, on the record, we will not be charging Kelsey for anything that came out of this incident. And then she testified. I'm going to go over the whole testimony in the next video, but here's the piece that we just left off at lunch. The courtroom is just, I can't even explain the tension.
Shambles.
They asked her, at one point, did Tory ever say that I'll shoot you? And she said, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right, which suggests They asked her, what's the context? When did he say, I'm going to shoot you? She said, I invoked the fifth, which suggests that the context was Kelsey was doing something. Perhaps Meg was also doing something that would incriminate her. That's the context. That's what I get from it. That's my opinion. That's my read of it. For those of you who have been telling me that I'm biased and that there's only one angle to this story and that a man pulled a gun and shot 5 times at another woman and that the prosecutors haven't charged him with attempted murder, but I'm biased. If you believe the story that a man pulled a gun and shot 5 times at another woman, he hasn't been charged with attempted murder, and now you have another woman in the car saying, I plead the fifth.
I'm telling you. Listen, you know what's going on here.
Break it down.
Kelsey got a check.
Well, that's the other part of it.
Kelsey got a check.
Right.
I think Tori wrote a check, and Kelsey ain't gonna say nothing, and Tori is gonna beat this case. If your primary material witness ain't gonna say nothing, it's his word against hers, and you can't convict him based on what? And what sucks is Kelsey came out the gate when the cops showed up at the site, at the scene of the crime, told him everything. And then he did this, and then he shot at us, and they wrote it all down in the police report. And she gets in front of the stand. All of a sudden, I'm invoking the fifth.
And not only that, she says that she basically said, you remember she sent a text message to Megan's security, and she said Tori shot Megan. She said that night. They asked her pretty much, why did you say that? She says, I just panicked. So she's completely backtracking, in her statements or pleading the fifth.
Can't the judge hold her in contempt? Or are they totally isolated? Never the twain shall meet. You can't. You can't use any information from the police report in court.
I don't think that the judge, I get what you're saying. I think that there is protocol, and your attorneys are who are dealing with each other. They can make deals with each other, and she made herself a deal. She was just like, listen, you can't use anything against me, and I'm exempt, like all of this stuff. And so
it's already been
I don't know that the
reported
judge can really do anything about it.
But he offered her $1 million. Remember a few months ago, Tori offered Kelsey $1 million to say nothing or to give some false story or something. And they said that she didn't take it.
Well, here's the interesting part. She says that he offered her she did admit that he offered to pay for her lawyers. And then they asked, did he actually pay for your lawyers? She says, I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember. Something like that. So
is going to beat this case.
Or did Tori do this?
No, I think he did. I'm on record as saying he did it. The police report, the way he was acting, remember the mixtapes he was putting out?
Why was he not arrested for attempted murder?
Good question. Did Meg officially call the cops and say Tori shot me?
I think not. I don't know if she called. I know there were 2 phone calls.
I don't know if she ever did. So if the victim, never placed a phone call, they're probably like, what do you want us to arrest him for? You haven't even filed charges.
Again, according to Kelsey today, she said that she was told that Megan stepped on glass. And that was another story as well. When this actually happened, it's the messiest thing I have ever seen. It is just so many different sides to the story. I'm not sure. Again, I'm sure as it continues to go, if there are more things that need to be talked about, I'll definitely bring it to the Raw Report. But for right now, it looks like Tori might be winning right now.
Did you see him smiling, stomping out to his car yesterday?
Yeah,
he's winning.
I think he's very confident that he is going to get off here.
And if he gets off, how is Black Twitter going to treat him? If Tori gets off, okay, found, boom, not guilty, is everybody going to apologize?
No, not at all. I think people people will all of a sudden act like they are Esquire and start, and convict him anyway. Like you're nothing but a, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll just say, because if you've made up in your mind that he did it, nothing, even if he gets off, there's nothing that can convince you otherwise.
You sure? That doesn't always happen. That didn't happen with Michael Jackson. That didn't happen with R. Kelly.
What do you mean?
Remember, he was cleared of all charges, remember?
But that's what I'm saying. People still
he paid off his witnesses too.
Well, no, I'm saying people still were like, no, I don't believe. I believe that you did it. Even if you beat your charges, I believe you did it.
I think the court of public opinion it seems like they're siding with him already. From what I see, they're calling her a liar, which was what the show was going to be about today.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one. I'm just not sure. We literally have no idea what's going on right now. We literally don't know.
Off, Robin.
I'm not sure. But let's.
Andy wanted to say something.
Yeah. What's up, Andy?
No, I just wanted to say, is it me or I'm just getting a lot of cocky vibes from Tory Lanez?
And that would be different from when? He's always cocky. What are you talking about? When have you seen him humble?
It's like you said. I feel like he knows that he's gonna win.
This is just my opinion, okay? He paid her off. If you don't have the material witness, you can't convict that cat. Based on what?
Was there an admission of him in possession of having possession of a gun?
He hasn't admitted anything. Nothing's been admitted.
They say they found the gun in the front seat. Apparently, there was something saying that Kelsey was also in the front seat.
Yeah, so what is stopping him from saying, she did that, not me?
Yeah.
All you have to do is create reasonable doubt, man. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to prove nothing. Just toss some doubt out there. Or get a hung jury. Walk up out of there. I'm telling you, I think he's about to walk.
Who shot Megan?
Who shot Megan?
Oh my goodness. It's just a wild. I don't know. Crazy. I'm not sure. Again, we will keep our ears to the streets. But another case that's happened today, which I think stunned a lot of people, is that Gunna is released right now. You know, that whole YSL Young Thug Gunna thing that we've been talking about for several months now. He is actually free right now, but it's because he did plead guilty to the RICO case.
Yeah, racketeering and something else.
Yes. Here's the trippy part, though. People are saying that he ratted Young Thug out. He ratted some of the other members of YSL out. He even put out a statement, which is really kind of a trip. I don't know if you'll believe it or not. I think what we'll do is when we come forward, we'll play the video of him in court.
You have video of him in court?
In court, and what he said. He made a statement, and then what he wrote in his other in a different statement, and how they maybe even contradict each other. Not sure, but we'll listen to that when we come forward. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
Exclusive.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
From middays to nighttime.
Like George and Weezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare for being KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. Into your business today in the KBLA app or KBLA1580.com for the Office of the Week. Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare.
Did you know that LA County Library has free Wi-Fi at all 85 library locations? That's right, free Wi-Fi. Now they also offer free Wi-Fi in parking lots at participating locations. Visit a participating LA County Library location, park in a library parking spot, bring your own device, connect to the Wi-Fi, and you're ready to connect with your friends and family, do some online shopping, browse your social media accounts, answer emails, do your homework, and so much more. You won't need a library card to connect, but you can sign up for one while you're there and get access to free books, ebooks, music, movies, and more. For additional information, log on to lacountylibrary.org/Wi-Fi, lacountylibrary.org/Wi-Fi. That's lacountylibrary.org/Wi-Fi.
At Cedars-Sinai, we're honored to be named the #1 hospital in California and the #2 hospital in the nation in U.S. News & World Report's Best Hospitals Honor Roll. We're also proud to be named #1 in 6 specialties in Los Angeles. Thank you to our physicians, nurses, academic leaders, and thousands of other team members who bring their best to Cedars-Sinai every day. Learn more about our top-ranked care at cedars-sinai.org.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes you a happy holiday and wants to bless you with one night only. A Wonder Winter's Night presented by Stevie Wonder's House Full of Toys benefit concert. Saturday, December 17th at Microsoft Theater. Download the KBLA Talk 1580.com mobile app to enter to win a pair of tickets. This has been a community call to action brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580, putting the spotlight on culture and community. The Rodney King Foundation works in the community to promote positive race relations and achieve social justice. The foundation provides advocacy, educational scholarships, and the powerful Walk in Love initiative. The Rodney King Foundation seeks a world of hope, tolerance, and social justice, where divisiveness has been overcome and all people live together peacefully and harmoniously. Executive Director, founder Laura King is striving to enhance the community's self-esteem, health, social services, and social justice locally and worldwide. The foundation is dedicated to continuing the message of Laura's father, the great Rodney King, to promote peace and #GetAlong. For more information, please visit rodneyking.org or call 626-541-2907. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
You're still smack dab inside the Rob Report talking about Gunna.
Shout out to Yogi Fish and all of you in the YouTube chat. Y'all be holding it down, so we want to appreciate you for that. Listen, Gunna is out right now. He said that he didn't talk, but according to this video, he was saying some stuff. I'm gonna let you judge. I will read his statement, his full statement, and I will play this video for you, and you let me know what you think, if he really did rat or not.
Some startling statements.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
In court, some startling.
Is that not okay? Well, let me read this statement.
Okay.
This is what he said officially in a press statement. He says, "When I became affiliated with YSL in 2016, I did not consider it a gang, more like a group of people from Metro Atlanta who had common interests and artistic aspirations." This was definitely put together by his publicist, by the way.
He sure ain't wrote that.
He says, "My focus of YSL was entertainment, rap artists who wrote and performed music that exaggerated and glorified urban life in the Black community. While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. I have chosen to end my own RICO case with an Alford plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL. He says, I love and cherish my association with YSL music and always will. I look at this as an opportunity to give back to my community and educate young men and women that gangs and violence only lead to destruction.
Nice try.
So,
it's a nice try.
Did he, according to what you heard, I know it's hard to make out, but according to what you heard in court, did he technically rat out his YSL group, friends, affiliates, all of them?
Did he not say in court that YSL was pretty much a group, an organization, some entity, part of nefarious means, if you will?
He said they were a gang.
And all of the illegal things that they were involved with. He said yes.
Yeah.
That ain't ratting out.
He also said that, your question as to if they had named anyone, they specifically named Young Thug.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, forget his last name, Jeffrey. He's saying that he was with Young Thug when they were pulled over, and whatever was found in the car wasn't his. So he's basically saying it belonged to Young Thug, right? All of that to me is a statement, and I don't know, because he's making it very clear in his written statement that he is not cooperating, and that he doesn't intend to participate in a trial against, for or against any member of YSL.
Boo. I'm pretty sure the judicial system disagrees.
Yeah.
They're going to call on that cat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, very, very possible. And what I'm more concerned with, and actually a good question would be, is it worth ratting out your good friends, your partners, your, whomever, to save yourself but with the risk of being ostracized or even in danger by the culture, the community, when you do get out?
That's a tough question, because if I'm in the game, I'm in it, and I'm in it wholeheartedly. You can't be in halfway. So if I'm in, I'm going to go down with the team. You're going to go down with the ship, if they will. You can't, in the middle of the game, say, I don't want to play anymore. I'm taking my ball and going home. That's what he's trying to do. They're in the car together. They got whatever paraphernalia inside the car. He's saying it belongs to Young Thug and doesn't belong to him. That's ratting his boy out, and he goes home. That's unfair. You got to say, I don't know. I plead the fifth. We know you can say that in court, don't we? But to say it's not mine and it's his, you cannot tell me that it's not ratting out your boy. It sucks, because these cats play really tough on these microphones, you know what I'm saying? They're all hardcore.
Yeah.
But when the rubber meets the road and they're in court, they totally rat their boy. It's wrong. If you in the game, you got to be in the game. I couldn't rat my boy out. I wouldn't be in the game, but I wouldn't rat my boy out.
So you would risk 15 to life, or 10, 15 years, 20, 25 years in prison, not ratting out your boy, just for the sake of saying I'm not a snitch, and you would do that time?
I'm saying under no situations would I be in that situation. But if I was, if I was in that situation, I couldn't see me ratting my boy out. I just,
no matter the time that you were looking at. Especially having children on the outside, having, family on the outside, and if you don't consider yourself having done anything wrong.
Why am I finding a moral core now that I'm in jail? Like, I should have been thinking about my kids when I was out.
Absolutely, but let's look at the history of people who've gone to jail and who are living in this situation in real time, right? They have, of course, you would think like you should have been smarter, but now you're here, right? You're here. You got to deal with the consequences, one or the other. Are you saying, listen, I'm a rat, I'm a tell, I'm a snitch? There are people who've done it. And
Absolutely.
They're out with their family, and they are living, their life on the outside.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, one of the more recent cases that we're talking about. And Tekashi, to be clear, he was running New York for a while, but he can't go everywhere right now.
For about 20 minutes. He went not for a while. I don't know. How long was he balling?
He was making some noise. Nah, he was making some noise for a few years.
You think it was a few years?
Yeah.
Oh no.
He was making some noise for a few years, and what he was really, really good at was infiltrating other people's camps.
True.
He would be like all with Nicki Minaj, and then he'd be with 50 Cent, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had different people who he could hang with. People respected him. He was doing music with everybody. Yeah, he was really out there doing his thing.
Okay.
He called himself the king of New York. Now, I wouldn't agree necessarily with that.
Not with Jay-Z living there. But the thing is, I think that I've been to a number of funerals with a bunch of guys that are in the game. And everybody gets on the microphone and talks about what they should have told them. And they were good people. And they knew God. You always hear that stuff. It's like, y'all should have told them that before they went to jail or before they died. And for some reason, we always wait until the end to find a moral core with these cats. If you in jail with your boy and y'all did some wrong things, guess what? You got to go down with your boy. You can't turn around halfway and say, I got kids, man. I got to get out of here. No. I guarantee you, that cat got kids too. Thug got about 20 of them, don't he?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure he does have kids.
So it's like, he ain't got no kids? So your kids are more important than his kids?
What if you are really innocent? What if you really are innocent and you just got caught up? And I'm not making any I'm not making any leeway. I don't know what happened. I don't know who's guilty and who's not. So I'm not trying to make any leeway here. I'm just saying, what if in your mind you really are innocent and you don't deserve to be in here? Remember, he tried to get bail. He was denied bail, I think 3 times, maybe coming up on 4. He was supposed to be He was supposed to appeal again for bail and get out in 2023. So this is an early release for him.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine that. You have to keep sitting there. And if you feel like you are innocent, then, so there's all kinds of, questions that I would have with this. I mean, it's just a tricky situation.
Robin,
but now that he's out, by the way, it's not the end of the story for him. You pleaded guilty.
That's right.
This is something's coming back. You're just being released right now.
That's right.
But you have to deal with the streets now.
And you and I both were taught as kids, I know. If you get into that car with somebody foul, you just as dirty as they are. Mm-hmm. You got to know your company. Mm-hmm. You got to know whose house you in. You got to know whose backyard barbecue you hanging out in. And if those people go to jail, you going to jail too. It's the way it goes. He said he knew that the stuff in the car was foul. Are you not guilty? Are you not an accessory at that point?
Yeah, one of the problems is that these guys were really big in the music industry.
Huge!
Are really big in the music industry.
Young Thug. Look, Ghana was doing pretty well too. Young Thug.
Yeah, huge. So you start to, my belief is that you maybe begin to think that you're invincible. You start making calls. You are the leader of this YSL group. They're calling on you. There's some more interesting details that I found out about this case that we can get into another time, but it's pertaining more so to Young Thug and not Gunna. So we'll talk about it again, I'm sure, but I think that was part of the problem, just being too big, too much money, too much fame, too untouchable and invincible, and you get caught up like this.
Robin, why isn't the money enough?
Exactly.
They making dollars in streaming right now. That's not enough. It trips me out.
Apparently not. You have to learn to take the streets away once you get into, because that's your mindset. That's how you grew up, right? Or that's a big part of your life. So once you become successful with the other means, you have to learn to kind of take that, to kind of differentiate the two. And I just don't think that they learn. Yeah, we'll talk more about it as we learn more about it. Clearly, this ain't going away anytime soon. News and traffic right now, and on the other side, we have the question of the day. It's a good one, I think. We're talking about crisscross. Woo! Stay right there. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Mourners are paying their respects to the victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre in Newtown, Connecticut. They stopped by the memorial today to mark the 10th anniversary of the tragedy that took the lives of 20 first graders and 6 educators.
Literally had to come in and chainsaw our way through trees to get onto the roads to try to do recovery and life-saving measures that we could.
That's St. Charles Parish Sheriff Greg Champagne viewing widespread damage in the New Orleans area after a tornado hit late today. At least one person is confirmed dead and 8 people were treated at a hospital in St. Charles Parish. Long COVID is responsible for more than 3,500 deaths in the U.S. That's according to new research put out by the CDC. Researchers looked at death certificates between January 1st, 2020 and June 30th of this year. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Albertsons and Bonds have partnered with local charities to help families living with food insecurity have a celebration to look forward to. Help provide a holiday meal to someone in need this holiday season by making a donation the next time you shop Albertsons or Bonds.
This is a rather bold pronouncement, but we think we can back it up. If you come across a radio frequency anywhere putting more variety and more diversity on the air than KBLA Talk 1580, we sure would like to hear about your discovery. You got to have vision. You can search. We are confident that you won't find more shows covering more topics, hosted by a more diverse and inclusive lineup of talkers than the squad we have assembled here at KBLA Talk 1580.
This is the time, brothers. This is the time.
We've got something for everybody.
That's right.
Health and healing, history and humor, issues and events, empowerment and entertainment, all in one station.
What's really going on? Free enterprise, you dig?
KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes.
Oh yeah. We got a lot to talk about.
King Kong ain't got on me.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP accident attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call on me, your MVP.
Congratulations to the Los Angeles Norwalk Courthouse. They are this week's KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. The Los Angeles Norwalk Courthouse, in part of the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. Congratulations.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that when we fight, we win. Community Coalition trains activists and organizers in order to support power building with Black, Brown, Indigenous, and people of color. Community Coalition works to help transform the social and economic conditions in South LA that foster addiction, crime, violence, and poverty by building a community institution that involves thousands in creating, influencing, and changing public policy. Founded by Karen Bass in 1990, Community Coalition was born as an African American and Latino organization with the goal of turning hopelessness and despair into action. The activism of the Community Coalition's members and community residents has almost solely stimulated economic recovery in South LA for decades, generating billions of dollars by redirecting them to South LA schools and foster care. In addition, Community Coalition offers amazing mind, body, soul resources, advocacy, and policy work, and has a robust and active membership body. To become a member, get a referral, or get support for your nonprofit, visit cocosouthla.org. That's cocosouthla.org, or call 323-750-9087. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 85% water, right?
85% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Ooh, pass me the intercom thingy.
Attention shoppers. If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods.
Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Oh, what?
That's my cut.
This is a slept-on track right here.
9-5.
Woo.
Jermaine Dupri said, come on. We're going to show them that y'all got bars. Y'all ain't just about jumping up in here. Come
And
on.
he got the right one.
Crisscross, let's go.
Who got ya? Open, scoping out the track. It's no other than the sounds of the Daddy Mac. Still slacking, back patching up my turf. Cause after me was a factory of worse after worse. Stomping, jumping, wannabes. Better, but however, there's
Y'all hear
only
that
one
Dr. Dre
MAC.
influence in here? Y'all hear
Got
that?
it for the big picture. Ways of getting richer. Mr. Quick to hit your sister. I'm ballin' in the Green County on chrome. I slip brothers in the deck on my cellular phone. I'm just lounging, leather, sound all around, and the dip on the other end wanna put me down now. No hesitation, I hops to it. See, it ain't easy being a Mac, but somebody gotta do it. True, it's usually not represented right, but I'm the MACDADDY, and tonight's tonight. Please, my whole crew makes G's. Tonight's the night, baby, so blow up on knees. Tonight, tonight's the night, please. My whole crew makes G's. Tonight's the night, baby, so blow up on knees. Tonight.
You are checking out the Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. I got to add Crisscross to the list of all of those artists that tried to go West Coast.
You trying to go all up into
There's
my...
another one.
Oh, they went West Coast.
Crisscross,
Okay, well...
Heavy D, Run DMC. Because that's a Dr. Dre sample right there. I might as well say that's a Dre song right there.
Shout out to Mimi Davis. She actually agrees with you. She said, Robin, you just asked who shot Megan. It's Tori.
Tori
and
did it.
She says, I think her former friend Kelsey was paid off. Yogi says, what up, Danny?
What's up, Yogi Fish?
Yeah, so basically, we will see. We will see where it goes from here. But listen, the question of the day comes from Jermaine Dupri, or it comes from me, but we're gonna reference Jermaine Dupri when he's talking about crisscross. Let's play the video and then we'll get to the question in just a couple minutes. Or let's see, I don't know how long this is, but I think it's good. Just take a listen to it.
I see people all the time post this and be like, who was the first group to set Atlanta on fire? And it's an argument because it's people in the streets that want to say Outkast. We got to keep it 100. Crisscross sold 8 million records. His first album. This is before LaFace even came to Atlanta. You know, that's what Babyface said to me. He said, yo, you got that little song Jump. Crisscross was out. I was out here doing what I was doing. One of the biggest groups in the world. At that time. At that time. I took these guys from Greenbrier Mall to open up for Michael Jackson. Oh, that's crazy. Who else from Atlanta opened up for Michael Jackson?
Is that not a very valid question? Listen, is Crisscross one of the most slept on? We've not even mentioned Crisscross when it comes to groups. I know they were down in the South and all of that, but we've not mentioned it. Are they pretty much one of the more slept on groups that we've not talked about? He just said how they sold 8 million copies when they first came out.
First of all, I forgot they opened for Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's a nugget that I don't even think I knew.
Now, he said, who in the South could open for Michael Jackson? I believe Ludacris is opening for Janet Jackson this coming year.
That's not the question.
I'm just saying, I just want to put her out there. You know, I got to mention her every show.
Right.
Look, let's keep it real. Crisscross was a gimmick. Okay? Backwards pants, kids jumping around. Look, they were a gimmick, but you cannot deny that song Jump is one of the biggest songs of my life.
Yes.
Do y'all remember how big that song was?
Yes, I do.
That thing was everywhere.
Wait, you're not saying that they remained a gimmick?
Yeah, they're a one-hit wonder. Sorry. They are. That song
Andy,
right there.
The disrespect.
That song right there didn't do anything close to Jump.
Of course not. Jump was no. Of course it didn't, because Jump was unreal. I mean, it was when it came out, it was a gimmick. They did have their pants on backwards, but you cannot sit here and tell me that they did not evolve into what one would consider to be a real group, like a real hip hop group.
They did.
Just because you didn't like their songs.
No, I'm keeping it real. If you ask any average person, 35 and up, other than Jump, name another Crisscross song.
Warm it up, Chris. I'm about to.
Maybe warm it up, Chris.
That's what I was born to do.
Yeah. Maybe warm it up, Chris. I take that back.
Maybe
warm it up, Chris.
Oh my goodness.
Get off. I missed the bus.
Yeah.
Nah, Mr. Bus didn't do as well, I'm telling you.
It didn't do as well, but you know the song.
I do.
And
Warm It Up, Chris, I stand corrected. Warm It Up, Chris was right behind that track, did pretty well. But the point I'm saying is, they were a gimmick. They were. The pants being backwards and all that.
When they initially came out, you could say that, but they definitely grew into one. So you're not going to give them, you're standing behind this.
I don't think they evolved into an actual credible rap group, no.
Wow.
I don't.
When they got older, what album was that tonight? What album was that, Andy?
Exactly! Exactly. What is the name of the album, Robin?
Number one, you're the trivia guy, not me. I don't know albums and years that they come out. Yeah, exactly. Because you don't,
But Jump.
Boo on you.
Jump was. I don't think y'all understand the gravity of how big Jump was.
I'm telling you, I knew how, and I still know how big Jump. He's making the claim. I mean, yes, it was they were one of the biggest groups, gimmick or not, whatever they used. I mean, obviously, when kids get involved in it used to be the case. Now it won't be a big deal. But back then, any kids who get involved in entertainment and they're pretty good at what they do, they got a nice hit record behind them, or they have nice voices or whatever. They like ABC was a gimmick. ABC was a gimmick.
See, that's sacrilegious right there.
No, I'm just saying. By your standard, you're just calling Crisscross a gimmick because they had their pants on backwards, but it was still gimmicky. Basically, like, give me these children, let me give them.
Jackson 5 spanned over 2 decades, sweetie. You can't do that.
Don't sweetie me. Don't patronize me like that.
5?
Don't sweetie me.
You
don't
just
patronize
compared
me.
Crisscross to Jackson 5.
I did not. You did. You brought up Jackson 5. You didn't hear them come out of my mouth. I said ABC. ABC, the group, Another Bad Creation.
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about Jackson.
No, see, look at you all hyped and in your feelings. You couldn't even hear me clearly.
When you mention Michael Jackson, I
you
get
take
my
the
feelings.
sugar daddy out your
You know what I'm
mouth,
saying?
or out your ear. You take the sugar daddy out your ear.
Y'all got a Q-tip?
To answer your question, Robin, the album was Young, Rich, and Dangerous.
Yes, it was.
Which came out in 1993.
Yes.
Why didn't you let me guess when?
Mr. Trivia here.
Here's some trivia for you. There have been 3 huge songs in music history that mention jumping. Name 3. Other than Crisscross, give me 2 more.
The House of Pain.
Boom!
Jump Around.
Give me 1 more.
3 huge songs.
Don't this hit make you wanna
jump.
Don't this.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, but that was
That song's not called Jump, by the way.
Oh. Jump. So the name of the song would be Jump?
From the 1980s rock song.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I don't know.
Jump by Van Halen. Might as well jump. All #1 songs. All of them. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Jump! I went white boy.
You went like you did the little like hang loose.
That was the devil horns. Is it the devil horns?
No.
I think that's what they call it, right?
I don't know.
Y'all on YouTube, tell me, is that the devil horns or what?
Oh my goodness, Danny Mo.
See, I'm not just all hip hop and all beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you are all around trivia. You know rock and you, but clearly you don't know our real hip hop because you're still not giving Crisscross their credit.
I just said they were good. Did I not say they were? They were huge. I remember I used to.
Humongous.
You turn on a TV show, they were on like all sitcoms and they were on Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, they were on a different worlds. They did everything. So yes, they did evolve. I think they deserve a lot more credit than what you are giving them. If you are wondering, I'm sure everybody knows. I don't know where you were when you heard the news that Mac Daddy Chris Kelly had passed away. That was in 2013. But
Mac Daddy or Daddy Mac?
Mac Daddy, because Daddy Mac is Chris Smith. Yeah, and Chris Smith is actually, he goes by Urban Muse on Instagram. He's doing some like designing really nice clothing.
That's cool.
Really nice clothes, backpacks, hats, jackets. Nice. I mean, the quality is just like A1. It's really good. Okay. He's doing, he seems to be doing okay. He's not very public on social media. You don't see his family or anything like that, but he just dropped a song. We'll play a little bit of it. It's called Just Do You. He just dropped a song, I think, not very long ago. So yeah, let's take a listen and see, if you like it or not. Urban or Urbane Muse. Urbane Muse.
Just do you, don't stop. Just do you, hold it down. Just do you, all day, always. Just do you, just do you, don't stop. Just do you, hold it down.
Danny, you're so rude. Just do you. Okay. What? That was a snippet of the song. You haven't even heard the whole thing. Are you clowning?
No, just do you. Just don't do it with me in the room.
That
was
oh,
terrible.
Andy, don't feed into what he's talking about.
What was that beat in the beginning? It looked like me in the bathroom.
Okay, so he goes by Urbane Muse on Instagram if you want to find him, and his song is called Just Do You. It's on Spotify, I guess, on YouTube, and some other things. So yeah, he's trying to, I guess, maybe get back into the music industry.
Look, I'm rooting for him, period, because to go through what they've gone through, and I wonder what's their master's situation. You think they're still getting royalties from that humongous
Well,
song?
the question is if they wrote their music.
I've heard Jermaine Dupri say he wrote all that music.
They wouldn't have any masters too. They wouldn't have any ownership in the. But look at when they got into the business. Now, Jermaine Dupri, I'm not sure if I heard anything negative about it in terms of keeping masters or withholding any of that and being unfair to his artists. I haven't heard anything about JD. So hopefully he's done them right and they kind of came away with something. I don't know how he's making the money to do what he's doing, like clothing wise, but I can't lie. His clothes look good. I've never seen it in the market. I don't know. I've never heard of Urbane music in the market, or fashion.
You make me want to buy something. How do you spell that?
Urbane, like urban with an E at the end, Muse.
You guys get on there and get on an Instagram page and support this guy.
Yeah, Chris Smith, who was Daddy Mac of Crisscross. He's
oh my God, is that
very
him?
low key. Yeah, he's very low key.
Wow.
But I'm happy for him. He just seems like he's just chilling, grown man now. He's 43, doing his thing. So I'm happy for him.
Mac Daddy is 43 years old.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Daddy Mac. Mac Daddy has passed. That's Chris Kelly.
Oh, Daddy Mac, I'm sorry.
Yes, so Daddy Mac is Chris Smith.
Was that also suicide?
Overdose. Drug overdose.
That's right.
Drug overdose, yeah. So anyway, shout out to Chris Smith, who seems to be doing it with the fashion game and trying to get back into the music game that Andy does not like. Or excuse me, Danny does not like.
Andy didn't like it either. I mean, we got to keep it real. But you know what? The fashion, though? That's
Fashion
a
is on
different deal.
point. The fashion is on point. It's very, very, very nice, high quality stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to give him that.
You guys get on there and check him out and buy a little something.
We got to give JD his flowers though as well too.
Definitely.
I'm sorry. This upcoming verses that I don't know when it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
tomorrow?
we don't know.
Do we do it tomorrow?
No. I'm talking about the
actual verses.
Yeah,
JD.
So Def
Yeah.
and Bad Boy.
Why don't we do the 7 best Jermaine Dupri produced songs of all time?
That'd be dope.
I'm down for that.
We can do that tomorrow.
I'm down
I'm
for
saying
that.
JD got some pockets of music that he can grab into this Bad Boy battle. I mean, come on now. You just said it. If anything, that jump came before Biggie.
We were trying to do a Christmas episode, but y'all want to do Jermaine Dupri? We can do that tomorrow if you want to. I ain't got a problem doing that.
All right, in YouTube, if you are on YouTube right now, do you want to hear a Christmas versus battle, or would you like to hear a Jermaine Dupri battle between Danny and myself? Which do you prefer, JD or Christmas?
I already know my
Because
number
you've been
one.
wanting to do Christmas for a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to send everybody off.
Nah, I get it. I know.
It's tough because there's only 7 humongous black produced or sung Christmas songs. And we're gonna pick the best ones.
Mimi says after the Janet Jackson documentary, she says, I give JD the side eye.
Thank you. So do I. I'm just saying. So what do y'all think? Yeah, you guys guess inside or pick inside the poll, and we'll do what you say that we should do.
Yeah.
I think we should go JD tomorrow.
I'm with you, but I think you should do the Christmas thing. If not specifically the Christmas, but like holiday themed, family type.
You're pulling
songs.
me back to the side. I mean, he's right. We should keep it festive, probably.
All right. Well, and it's different. We're always doing hip hop, so let's do Christmas. So anyway, yeah, I guess we've decided. When we come forward, we will have the motivational moment, and this one is brought to you by Robin Ayers.
Ooh, let's go.
When we come forward, though, we'll play that audio on the other side. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
Middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
The state task force is getting closer to identifying what reparations will look like in California. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by CaliforniaBlackMedia.org. The California Task Force to study and develop reparation proposals for African Americans will be conducting its last meeting of 2022 on December 14th and 15th at Oakland City Hall Chambers, beginning at 9 a.m. with time for public comment. Meetings will be live streamed on the task force website or on ETM Media YouTube. Task Force Chairperson Kamala Moore says that the next meeting is of high importance and will include an in-depth conversation about redress and repair. So far, the task force has determined a conservative estimate of 2 million African Americans in California who have ancestors that were enslaved here in the U.S. They are still determining what or how much compensation should be. Let's start the conversation on social media pages at KBLA 1580.
Special Needs Network Incorporated, together with Assemblymember Isaac Bryan, cordially invites you to Christmas Care Exchange in the Park, Sunday, December 18th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Lamert Park, located on 43rd Place in Crenshaw. Experience a day of giving, love, community, and support. There will be celebrity guests, arts and crafts, resource fair, and more. Come take a picture with Santa. Enjoy the DJ. This is a free event open to the public Sunday, December 18th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Don't miss the Christmas Care Exchange in Lamert Park, located on 43rd Place in Crenshaw. This is the season of giving, and the Special Needs Network, together with Assemblymember Isaac Bryan, wants to bless you Sunday, December 18th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There will be toys for all kids up to 18 years old. Children must be present. See you Sunday. Thanks to our sponsors, Let's Behold, The Butterfly Effect, and SEIU 721, State Council on Developmental Disabilities, Niagara Water, Lakeshore Learning, Puck Schools, Crystal Stairs, Beach Cities, Beta Gamma Nu, Casa Lopez, and Los Fabulocos.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours, now through December 20th. All of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net. And together, we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
At the Strategy Center, we have a lot to celebrate. Join us Saturday, December 17th, 12 noon to 4 p.m. for our annual holiday block party at Strategy in Seoul, located at 3546 Martin Luther King Boulevard, Los Angeles 90008 on King Boulevard, 1 block east of Crenshaw. Featuring food from Earl's on Crenshaw, Afro-Cuban drumming with Richard Marquez, and ornament making for kids of all ages, and more activities for children. Help us celebrate 33 years of fighting anti-Black policies in LA. We want free public transportation for everyone in LA and 50% of all public and private jobs set aside for Black applicants. Did I mention a live DJ and karaoke? You do not want to miss this. Join us on December 17th from 12 to 4 p.m. at Strategy in Seoul, 3546 West Martin Luther King Boulevard. Visit our website for more information and RSVP to www.thestrategycenter.org.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
It is time for your motivational moment of the night, and it comes from none other than the queen herself, Robin A.
It does come from me. Listen, this comes from a place where there's so much negativity, and I know you see it. Every time you go to a post, it could be a positive post, but for some reason, people will be in the comment section trolling, saying unnecessary things, oftentimes behind a fake profile page, and it set me off. Today, I saw too much, and so here is that video. Makes me mad just thinking about it. Here it goes. We say the craziest things as a society right now, and I cannot wrap my mind around it. When do we become that society that really wants to see people hurting and in pain, and we use all these disparaging comments against people, and we tear them down on social media for no reason? It's to be funny, it's to get likes, it's to get new followers, it's to monetize content, or whatever we can do. Social media has completely lied to us. Imagine your kids coming across some of the incredibly hurtful, painful words and comments that you see, or that you might be putting out. Imagine that. Like, I cannot wrap my mind around this. Somebody please help me understand, when did we become that? I don't want that. I don't want no parts of that. And it's a scary place to be. The theme of the day really is to be kind. Just be nice to people, because that's what you want in return, right? Mm-hmm. When you're hurting, when you're in pain, you want somebody to be nice and kind to you. So just be that for somebody else. Be that for somebody else, which is the truth. Nuggets. That was definitely the motivational moment of the night. Obviously, tons of people are writing in their comments, and someone said, this was through the lens of a Black woman. She said, the sad part is the ones who give out the negativity are likely raised that way and have need have been in need, I think, of that, or been in that type of environment. Negativity is likely what they are used to receiving from family and friends. They probably don't even recognize their behavior as negative or toxic. I just thought that was a bar, because I'm like, yeah, how many times do people just, this is how they're raised. This is just so many people have DM'd me or written in the comments saying this isn't new. It's just that now we've taken it to social media.
Facts.
Yeah. How do you feel about, like, because you are a comment kind of guy. You go to post and you like to read in the comments. You go to Black Twitter, it's nothing but comments. Does that make you feel some kind of way when you read it?
What I have done through the last few years, I think you've done the same thing, is I've distanced myself from people that don't bring the right type of energies in my life. And I got to tell you, I don't care if they're blood. I don't care. I will cut family off in a minute, and they will tell you the exact same thing. Anytime I'm in a circle, I've mentioned on the broadcast before, where I hear negativity being spewed, I bounce. Or I threaten them to bounce if they don't change the tone of the conversation. I'm the same way on social media. I see something negative, I got it. Some pages I got to be on, or they are negative. I think the shade room is becoming more negative again, by the way, which I don't like.
You mean in the comments or what they're posting?
Both.
Okay.
It's really disappointing me, because I thought they were turning the corner for a second.
Okay.
But those that I don't have personal relationships with or don't need to do my job, I'll delete that account. Get out of here. I don't need you. I'm at a point in my life to where I got some negative things going on in my personal life right now. I don't need additional, especially from people that could not care less about the way the world operates. You know what I'm saying?
On a side note, having to do with social media, you ever think about just putting more personality-driven things of who you are on social media? Because I know you keep it very, very, very structured and very business on social media.
I get that dang near every week.
So what do you think about it?
We want to see more of you. Why don't you post selfies? Why don't you post...
Not selfies. That's not what I'm talking about.
You know that ain't going to happen anyway.
It's not going to happen. Well, pictures of thirst trap might come out, here and there.
when we come post. What type of that? No, I do have some beautiful people in my DMs saying they would love to see more of me personally.
Yeah, your personality, who you are, that type of thing.
I think my campaign I'm about to start will help in alleviating that. But I think in 2023, I am going to turn a corner.
I like to hear it.
I used to, what's crazy is back in my hometown, I used to go on Facebook Live every morning before my show. Every single morning. And then I come here and nothing. Because I just got too much going on.
Yeah.
2023, I will do it.
Sounds good to me.
That was your Ride Report of the night. When we come forward, we will touch back on losing a giant, I think, in the entertainment business, losing Twitch. And we also take some of your phone calls, and we got some upon further review clips as well. You're inside the Danny Mo Show, KBLA. Stay there.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Mourners are paying their respects to the victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre in Newtown, Connecticut. They stopped by the memorial today to mark the 10th anniversary of the tragedy that took the lives of 20 first graders and 6 educators.
Literally had to come in and chainsaw our way through trees to get onto the roads to try to do recovery and life-saving measures that we could.
That's St. Charles Parish Sheriff Greg Champagne viewing widespread damage